Merry Christmas, everybody. So this is, well, yeah, no, definitely will be the Christmas time battle. Oh shit, shadows are on Dale. Fuck. Oh, it looks really nice, but God, it does look good, but it's going to be pretty framey. Is it worth the risk? What are we? It's not going to change anything if I turn down the grass and the vegetation. It's not really going to matter. It looks so good in the sunlight, like in this little sunset battle. I'm gonna roll with it. Okay, I am sorry. This will be framey. It will be a bit weird, but I think it looks gorgeous, so we're gonna do it. So anyway, we have a defense of Dale here. Okay, good. Nice. No, sir. I thought this was a different one. Who else do we have yet? Okay, no, nice. Good. Awesome. Sorry, I was a bit confused for a second with that, but no, this is a different fight. I was wondering because it wasn't sunset. Because I do watch Pixelated Apollo. I watched through his content a fair bit. Of course, 'cause, I mean, you got to. He's the granddaddy of Medieval 2 videos. I feel he was the one that sort of got me back into Medieval 2 after so many years, and of course, you know, made me aware of Reforged as a thing. So I do follow his content, and I know that he had done a Dale fight. So I actually thought that was this one, but no, it is not. God, it's so pretty. That's so freaking pretty, guys, isn't it? I'm tempted to even just do a little. Let's get that vegetation up for a second, just for the thumbnail, eh? I'll see what I want to do, but oh, look at that. That's just like big Santa Claus somewhere in the picture, you know. We can see. But yeah, okay, vegetation, I'll leave vegetation on because it's not actually going to change anything. So to say, sorry, there will be some stuttering. Usually when I play on Dale, I'd like to have all the shadows off, just because it makes things a little bit easier on the old game and so on. Just keep it going. So I'm blabbering a bit, but that's just because what I usually like to do on these is I like to let the attackers deploy first, go through the attacking armies, and then come in and do the defenders at the end. So we'll skip to that. Again, should be in the description, some information, some timestamps. If you want to jump around, feel free. But as I say, Merry Christmas. This should be the Christmas time fight. I was planning to have this one for Christmas, and then right after this, I will record the New Year fight as well. So that should be two. It's 45,000 frames, which isn't actually that massive, I think. But I think it's a pretty damn interesting one. Now, I expect there'd be a little bit of a jump or something like that, but no, we've already actually gotten to the attacking deployment finish. So we'll start with this, and of course I'll go down to 0.1 speed once we get there. So we've got Misty by Fire Captain Les McBurney. So we got some Orcs off the Misty Mountains there, some Gobos out front, no armor upgrade for the Gobos. These Warg Skirms, behind them some crossbows. Yeah, I mean, always a good shout, especially when you're up against those dwarves, cutting into them. Blackback Mountain Berserkers, Black Orcs of the Mountains, no danger. Double Mountain Orc Host, I think is a good shout. I tend not to really take these guys too much, but I think they're a good idea, just so you can actually, yeah, like when you get on those walls, you can kind of go toe-to-toe with whatever you're going to be facing. Cave Trolls there, of course, Gobo Infantry, and the Black Orcs of the Mountains. So I'm sure something like a few Goblins are going to pop up, a few Snaga Skirms and so on will pop up once the deployment finishes, but not a big number force, quite surprising. Justin, it's one of his allies here, he's got his Uruk Infantry, Uruk-hai Berserkers, Infantry again, Spears, Infantry, Bane Guard, and Guards of Orthanc there. In the new version, these Guards of Orthanc are no longer going to be a bodyguard, they're going to be down to a single hit point, much larger unit size of course, and still pretty menacing, but just, I'd say, a lot easier to cut through. Well, maybe not, because there's more of them, arguably. And the Naz-hai there, bunch of pikes, what you'd, expect and kind of need, and then the Bane Guard behind them for Justin. So again, I like that. Misty and Isengard are a good little duo there. Got some good damage coming from Harad here, which is nice. We've got Morris with his Haradrim Spears. Dismounted Serpent Guard there with that armor upgrade, so that's again going to be tough, definitely for a lot of those Dalian warriors to go toe-to-toe with something like that. Not going to be easy. Beast Hunters, Demons of the Desert, and the Champions of Nafarat. Trollmen, of course, and Southron pikes at the back. Again, yeah, great unit to have. Those AP pikes up against those dwarves is an awesome sight. More Isengard from JKL, not a bad idea. Reavers, good to grab these boys just to get through that armor of the dwarves. Berserkers, again, good idea for the dwarves. I like that we've got some melee cavalry in the form of the Champions of the White Hand. It's an expensive melee cavalry though, so hopefully he's going to either be able to get some use of it inside, or the defenders are going to be sending something out for him to best quite nicely. And then Cand looks like they're coming in by themselves up on this top side. I don't know. I would have, if I was JKL in a 5v3, I would have left some stuff behind. I would have sent most of my forces around, but I would have definitely left maybe half of my army here, just so that Order 66 is not going to be coming in by himself. But he's got his Norad footmen there, nomadic warriors, nomadic axemen, more warriors and axemen, lots of Norad footmen. Okay, so by the looks of it, he's got an army that is built to do this. It's a lot of numbers, a lot of good like middling quality, not really many elites apart from of course the Stormguard, but you'd be insane not to take the Stormguard. So I like it. I like it a lot, and I think again, nah, that doesn't look. Can we get like a distant shot or something? Oh, that looks kind of nice. That looks a bit daunting. The siege towers sat there, nice sunlit dale in the background. So we'll see. Anyway, so I like that. The only concern I've got for the attackers right now is that Order 66 is by himself. And I'd actually almost be tempted, now I don't think the boys are going to do this, but you'd almost be tempted to punish him for that. But I think unless Order 66 is very careful, he's going to run down his troops very, very quickly over here. Anyway, Erebor looks like, oh no, we do have a constant mix-up. I was wondering if the boys would split themselves up or would they fight together. But it looks like primarily Thanatos with his Erebor troops are back here. I won't call out every little individual thing, I'll try and run my cursor over it, but I'll just sort of point out the things that are quite interesting. Got the Obsidian Guard there. We do have some barding marksmen there with that armor upgrade for Diego, backing up his buddy Thanatos, of course, a good little duo. Still body piercing at this time, at the time of recording. Body piercing Blacklock Engineers, standing guard there as well. Numenorian steel bows. Numenor as well is alongside the dwarves and Dalians to defend Dale today. We got nothing over here. I really do like sort of pushing up and around Dale. It's a fun map to fight in. It really is. When you sort of get into those streets. But that's it. Okay, so the boys have sort of realised that there's not really a big attack coming from the north. And I mean, what they've left behind is a good shout. They've not left too much, I don't feel, which hopefully is going to allow them to really focus on the outer walls defense, or the southern side in this case. We've got more of these Thanatos troops guarding around this area, but it looks like primarily it's going to be Dale. It's going to be the human defense of the south. More of these crossbows. Oh goodness me, yeah, heavy numbers from Thanatos. He's just about everywhere. But we should start to see more Dalians and Numenorian troops now. Yeah, no. Sons of Durin, again, that's another unit that's no longer going to be bodyguard. That is just going to be high number, badass dwarf fighter boys. Dismounted Earls of Dale. Yeah, okay, they're actually, yeah, I forgot about the Dismounted Earls of Dale. They'll definitely give the even armor upgraded Serpent Guard a good scrap. I like this sort of straight out, well, stretched out unit from Thanatos there. I don't really know if he's got a shot right off the bat, but they should all shoot quite nicely because they've been deployed like that. It's always a bit funky when you get them up on the walls. You start moving them around on the walls. They can start to not really get into great positions. Good little mob defense here. We've got Lake Town Pikes. Alongside the Barding Herd holding this position. I expect armor upgraded. Yep, armor upgraded Dalian Spears. Over here, some more of these Lake Town Pikes and Spearmen. I do like that the defenders really seem to be digging in, and it looks like they're going to be defending this outer level. Oftentimes in a 4v3, in a 3v5, you'll see this outer level getting deserted, and they're more than happy to just let it fall and hold the second line straight away. Yeah, I mean, I get the sense in it. I get the sense to do it, but I don't know. It can be a little less fun sometimes for that. But yep, the good thing about holding this outer level though is those towers start rattling up straight away, and you got a lot of them on Dale. You can do a lot of damage with those towers if you let them. I'm actually going to go to 0.8. So unless I missed it, the defenders have not brought any cavalry. Oh, missed this whole area. We got a catapult there. Double Blackshot Dragon Slayers, very nice, and a Thala Rangers. Only going to be getting... Oh no, we could get 2 Rangers. We could get 2 Rangers, and of course the body piercing from Erebor. That's far superior to whatever a Ranger is going to be able to do to you. Christmas time fight. I'm going to be having some bevs here, so there will be a few little pauses as I sort of pour myself a drink or you know, take a big old gulp, but shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be as bad as I was in the bloomin' Minas Tirith scrap from quite recent. Jeepers sake, I did not realise how much I had to drink at that point. But yep, good fight either way. So little gobos, they're not really going to be too worried about taking damage. But the whole like vibe is you've got to be very just coordinated as an attacker here, because those towers are just going to be constantly doing damage. So we need to know that we're coming in and we're not just taking tower damage for the sake of it. So I'm sure Morris would prefer the heavily armored Isengard to lead the way, but just because of where his deployment zone is, he's going to be throwing himself on in there. Harad kind of has the same vibe as I feel if you've got a good attack, if you've got a, you know, a good side attack, when you have an elfin attacker or like a Linden attacker or well, yeah, I mean also Rudau attacker. Not for the good side, of course, because you're very fragile, but you're very high damage or you're very skilled. So you kind of want somebody else to lead the way first. And Harad has that same vibe. They're very high damage, but they're not incredibly, they're really not great at taking hits. Got some shields, got some good numbers, but that lack of armor sort of across the board is going to let them down in this case. Justin's moving up too. So it looks like Harad over the way, he just wanted to position his siege equipment. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, oh dear. Well, I mean, it's what you get sometimes with these towers. And that is why, has he done it? Good lad, yep. You don't have to pay for those rams, so take a few of them. I'm not saying use them all, but I usually like to take, you know, 5 rams, 5 siege towers, even if I'm only intending to use 1 ram. Just leave them in your deployment zone. You might need them later. But as I say, sorry, I think I got distracted by it. I didn't see any cavalry for the defending forces, so that investment in the Champions of the White Hand, it's, as I say, big expense. We'll see if it's going to be worthwhile. Let me make sure my volume, I've got to turn up the volume a little bit. So things would have been a tiny bit quiet, but not my voice. My voice has been very loud in these past few fights. Okay, the Beast Hunters. Yeah, and again, I mean, I like this from Morris. He's not sort of playing by the normal rules that I would expect. He's getting sort of stuck straight in. I like that. Again, oh, dude, I just love sunsets. I love sunset fights. I love evening and morning fights and winter fights as well. You know, this is something that I always try to sort of suggest to people to do. You know, because it doesn't change really. It doesn't change anything about the battle. It's just a little setting you change when you're making the game, but it can just totally change the dynamic, make you feel you're playing in a whole different area, and I really like it. So he's. But I mean, that's kind of what you'd expect. Like what he did just there is really like that's how I would play Rudauer, or in this case, yeah, that's sort of how I'd play Harad in this case. Just get that open and start teasing the defenders a bit. Send up my little javelins, like ho ho ho, I'm gonna do some damage, nom 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 nom. And I mean, if you get a shot, great. If you don't, okay, you know, you maybe use up some of the enemy ammunition on your javelin throwers. Hell, if they're shielded, you're loving it. Or if they're little snagga boys, then yeah, I mean, again, not really a problem. I'd prefer you shoot my snagga than my Black Orcs of the Mountains or something like that. Or black, black, what are they called? Are they Black Orcs of the Mountains? The Great Sword Wielders. I think so. We're getting this wall busted in. We're not holding the actual bridge, which I mean, is generally a good idea. No, I mean, it's generally a good idea not to hold the bridge, is what I mean. And it can be quite a pain in the ass, because it means that Khan is going to have to come all the way forward here, bust this open. And it's tough to sort of position your troops in and around this area. Everywhere you position, those towers are going to be constantly just ding, 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 hitting you. So it's it's definitely a tough position to attack, and that's, as I say, why I'm quite surprised the other attackers haven't sent over anything to him. In a 4v3, I'd be pretty understanding. I'd be like, yeah, no, don't. Oh, okay, champions, what are we going for here? Good, great stuff. Oh wait, maybe great stuff. Sorry, let me not move the camera around as much. This is quite interesting. What's coming in to backstab this then? Javelins? Even, I mean, God, we'd lose the champions of the White Hand still though. We need something. I love this. I love what we're doing. Beast Hunters are coming, but they're not. Oh no, boys, please don't lose these. I love that. I really love that charge. It was so cool. But okay, we're spreading a bit of chaos. We're getting a javelin volley in the back. Again, I like this coordination from the boys, but I just feel, ooh, and see, this is hitting them in the backs, so no shields. That AP is getting through their armor. Great stuff. Is that a break? Damn. So I liked it. I really did. It was so cool, but it wasn't worth it. Not for losing that unit of champions. And the trolls are in there. The trolls are not willing to let that sacrifice be in vain. They want to make use of this. Goodness sake, I'm gonna have to slow down 0.8 straight away. I can see why this is quite a fast fight. The attackers are not holding back. Erebor Legionnaires, I wouldn't want to fight them with my trolls. You definitely want to go for the Ironfoot Warriors. Even then, that's not a lovely fight, but it's a much better fight than the Legionnaires for them. But yeah, dear me. Okay, throw Harad in there. Again, they'll quite enjoy fighting dwarves. Good, high damage AP, bang, locked morale. Don't have to really worry about the grind. Good times. Over here, looks like Justin went in for an attack. Again, Justin's coming in alone on his gateway, so he needs to be a little bit careful. I know he's got troops, he's got allies a lot closer to him than up in the north there. But he's still by himself. He's still got to take this with some caution. And it looks like some body-piercing fire has been ripping him up straight away. Must have been body-piercing fire. Could have just, yeah, must. If I'm a betting man, I'd say the Athala Rangers had some hand in that. Maybe even the catapult. We'll have a look, see. The problem is, because the Isengard forces are so dark as standard, I'm not seeing any. No, we've got no burning there. So the catapult has not been used yet. If I was Justin, to be honest, I like this, yeah. Getting up on the walls. I would like to be jumping up there instead of pushing through the gate. I don't really like pushing through gates. I get a little bit spooked by it because of things like that. But saying that, you can just as easily rinse them with the Athala Rangers up here. It's not a fun spot for Justin. And I think Isengard can do it. Isengard can take that hit, can take those hits. And I think that's generally just what he's going to have to do. Over here, our Misty. Misty certainly has the numbers to... Well, actually, no, saying that, Misty usually has the numbers to spend, but because we've gone for the Mountain Orc host, something that's really more on line with like the Uruk-hai infantry, you know, we don't really have the numbers to spend time grinding away, but at the same time, when you're up against something like Numenor, you really need that step up. You need something that can at least scratch them, whereas the heavy goblin infantry are just... they're just going to laugh at them. It's going to do absolutely nothing to them. Crossbows here, so yeah, Les McBurney's got to be cautious here. He's really got to be cautious. But it looks kind of like he's got a bit of a... I'm not going to say a 1v1 because Numenor is dotted around here, there, and everywhere. He's only fighting Numenor forces. He doesn't really have any other Dalians or dwarves in front of him. Up here, as I say, I was gonna... like, I would have really said that Khan needs to be slow, Khan needs to be careful, because he's on his own, but because of the way that his allies are playing, Khan needs to move. Khan really needs to get stuck in quick. I'm going to hover over, let me find something nice while I pour myself a glass. Yeah, we'll watch this game. What's fighting back here? Nah, nothing. We'll just watch this while I pour myself something. Wrong bottle. Got an empty bottle from a few nights ago. So no, this is another time. As I said in my little, I guess, announcement video of sorts, I've had a nice little month of just chilling out, getting myself ready for jumping on my next boat. So a lot of drinking, a lot of beving, you know, good times. Now where the hell's? Oh, there it is. So yeah, it's been fun. Been a lot of fun. I hope everybody's having some good Christmas time. I will be away for Christmas, unfortunately, but I should be present. I should have some decent internet connection over Christmas, so I'll be able to engage and watch whatever hilarities are unfolding. But I'm used to being away for Christmas. It's not really, it's not a big problem for me to be away during that time. Halberd's coming down from Thanatos here. That's not going to be fun for the dismounted servant guard, but we just saw a javelin volley. Great stuff. I like that we've got the nobles, not the nobles, the highborns of Erebor coming in, but that's nice to see. But yeah, those javelins, not javelins, house halberds are taking a beating from those javelins. Because this is really where Isengard... Yeah, so JKL is pouring his entire army here. There's 2 armies coming in this side. So they've got to be hyper-aggressive. Because, I mean, yeah, as I say, they've got twice the troops to spend, twice the resources to spend. They need to make sure that they're getting through and doing that damage before their allies coming in by themselves onto their gateways are done. Looks like, yeah, I mean, we've suffered a bit of damage, but the infantry are doing quite nice, which really surprises me up against this line. Dismounted Earls of Dale fighting alongside the Barding Herd really should be a tough fight for the Uruk-hai infantry. I'm sure that's going to... Right, okay, yeah, that's changing now. And as well, like, that tower is constantly shooting these guys in the back, too, as is this one. You know, these towers just riddling the... Oh, yeah, I mean, that's what you want to see. You want to see the towers going for the routing forces, just so that they're not shooting the actual guys that are still fighting. Let's zoom in on the minimap for a sec, so you get a good idea what's sort of happening down there. Of course, these guys back there, they're already routing. Looks like we've got some more wall fighting. Yeah, Dismounted Earls of Dale over here going toe-to-toe with the Uruk-hai infantry. I like this kind of... Because the Dismounted Earls of Dale, I always think they're a good step above the standard men-at-arms. That armor value is great. I think their general skill is quite solid. They're a nice unit to have. And the Uruk-hai infantry are as well. They are that one step above a lot of the forces around them. So it's a good clash, and that's why, I mean, the Dismounted Earls of Dale are not dominating as much as they maybe usually would. Looks like there's not really much more here to jump one in. Justin's got a lot of range power, which would be amazing for him once he takes the walls. But I don't know if he's got enough infantry power to actually get that done. Over here, Shield Guard from Jefferson, shifting around that AP. I mean, well, yeah, up against Misty, that's just about all they've got. Yeah, Black Orcs the Mountain, that's the unit I was thinking about earlier. I really love those guys. Really nice to have. I'll say when I play as Misty, I tend to play Misty very high numbers. I don't tend to take the Mountain Orc Coast. I tend to take just lots and lots and lots of the Heavy Goblin Infantry. But I do like the Black Orcs the Mountains. They're shaking already. Boys, come on. This is... I mean, I know you're alone. The fact that there's so many enemies in front of them, that's their problem. And there's nothing backing them up. Oh, damn. The temptation here... Once this gets broken open, I would be so tempted, I was Thanatos, to get those Obsidian Guard and those Legionnaires running forward and just eat the nomadic warriors. Because they're already shaken, you might be able to cause a break, and there's nothing that... Order 66, is all of his troops are all the way back here. He can't do anything about it. But am I putting myself at too much risk when it's just a fodder unit that you can grind down later anyway? Maybe, you know, I can see that. But I do tend to play, as I say, in a pretty like sacrificial, pretty fast-paced manner. Pretty high risk. I'll say, I wouldn't say fast-paced, I'd say high risk manner is the way I tend to play. I like that JKL's managed to get his Reavers inside there, giving them a fair, 1v1 fight. Anytime that you're an attacker, and even if you're up against something really nasty, like the Highborns of Erebor, if you can secure these sort of 1v1 fights, it's great. That's really what you want. I'd be really tempted... there's Dragon Slayers up there. What I was going to say is I'd be really tempted, now that you've got control of that door, you could try and rush something up there. Bam. I mean, maybe in a dream world, you could rush something up here, attack the Dragon Slayers from behind, and then jump something up simultaneously as you're jumping something up on the siege tower. Shari Shadows taking a lot of firepower there, body piercing horse archers. unloading some damage back. Dunheim Shadow Bows. Goodness me, it's a lot of firepower. What we at right now? 21 for... Really? That is a surprise. I was getting the impression that the defenders were kind of rolling right now. I thought they were doing some really damn good work, but they've been taking a lot more casualties than I was believing. And to achieve what they're doing, they have been spending a lot of ammunition to get it done. Ah, good. Okay, Justin's actually sort of taken this section here. These infantry, they may have not won the wall, but they're keeping these dismounted Earls of Dale back, which is allowing him to get the archers set up here and start sort of rattling shots wherever he really pleases. These Dalian Paladins, what the heck is that? I've never seen somebody do that before. Just get the siege... Oh, God. That's how he does it! You climb the siege tower with the siege tower. And then that's how you finally get siege towers on this section of the wall. Damn, he's smart, this one. But yeah, so Barding Marksman. The thing with Dale, the thing that I like about Dale, is that most of their infantry, you know, most of the archers, once they're done, you know, they pull out shields and swords, you know. I mean, not everybody does, but usually not shields. It's a good... And they're half decent in melee after. Not great, but half decent. So it's not so bad when you see them running out of ammunition, but it still is a bit of a scary thing. Okay. That's an early loss of a general for Thanatos. Okay, right. I mean, in the past like 2 minutes, I've gone from being like, oh yeah, you know, the defenders are doing pretty, they're having a pretty comfy fight here, to this is a bit nerve-wracking, eh? So, and that's the last highborn. So, goodness me, we have been taking a beating. Those javelins have done a lot of work, it seems. That last highborn will do his best, but he's got a lot of AP around him. Yeah, so, okay. So, lots of ammunition back and forth. The attackers have been using their ammunition too as well, so it's not just not the defenders just running out of ammunition. But all the while, up north, we have not even really started the fight. Have we started now? Okay, all right, it looks like they did it. Good man, Thanatos, but I don't think he did it with as much. So yeah, he just sent the Ironfoot Warriors forward, which the Ironfoot Warriors will quite efficiently grind through the nomadic warriors. I would have wanted to come forward with a bit more of like a, hey, yo, Obsidian Guard, right in your face. Ninja kickflips, dwarven, you know, kung fu style. Just absolutely taking them out. No mercy. So it's, this will still grind them down. And the pikes coming in, yet again, that's good and efficient. I'm just wondering, does he... Because Order 66 has gone so... Like, he's gone for this really balanced, long grind sort of army. I don't see... He's not got any nomadic marauders, you know, the javelin throwers. I don't think he's got any of them. So that's really going to allow Thanatos... Because if there's one thing that dwarves can do is... Oh, no, they do. They were staring me right in the face. He does have these 2 units off them. So it's... that's something that Thanatos is going to have to be wary about. But if Khand gives him just a grind, he'll be loving that. He will be absolutely loving that. And all the while, yeah, these guys are standing there just tower damage constantly. I was checking out. This is just a building. It's not a tower. That would be so painful. Walking along that bridge with 8 towers just ding 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 constantly on you. Shadowbow is taking a bit of fire from that from up here on the walls. The archers, Uruk-hai archers, rattling in. Daego's Dalians arriving and trying to break this force down. Out of ammunition archers from Justin. Forward in there, some really badly injured Uruk-hai pikes too. What more does Justin have left? He's got archers, the Naz-hai. That's it. Okay, so... Well, I say that's it. What does he still have on the walls? Crossbowmen getting moved back. Archers here sat on guard mode, but they do not have many guardians. Whoa! Wait, what the hell just happened there? Demons? Well done, Morris. I'm very glad I saw that. That was... There's 9 left. Holy smokes, boys. I didn't even notice there was a fight over here. The paladins. Oh, wait, no, are these paladins? No, no, those are just dismounted earls of Dale came over here, tried to hold it back. Yeah, there's still survivors there, but the Bane Guard and Guards of War think were too much for them. And then the demons arrived. God damn. That is, and there's still some of them dying there. Okay, okay. Right, I was going to say, these guys are going to grind through, they're going to stop that, and they're going to stop these archers, then Justin's basically out. But no, the demons came in clutch to save the day. 9, yeah, broken there. I don't blame you guys. That was... They went down from, like, what was it, like 60, 68 at least, to 9 in the space, in a blink. That was absolutely horrific. And then those demons are going to be able to run over here if they position themselves like here, or even if they run down, yep, good. That gives them a much better shot down this line. Oh god damn, Diego. You need to react to this. We've got no archers here. I don't know what we can do. I think it's run. I think it's run back from this position. Because they're about to rinse you again. This is quite a... Whoa! Ouch. That's a lot more death there. That's what, at least 2, you know, only 2 volleys we've witnessed. They're going to go for another one there. Okay, yeah, so defenders needing to, you know, things are getting a little bit shaky now. But as I say, with a 5v3, you know, defenders need the attackers to make mistakes. Now, Thanatos, Diego, and Jefferson, I've seen Jefferson around a fair bit too, but of course, Thanatos and Diego, they work very well together. We've seen a lot of them on this channel, of course. So, and with Jefferson at their side, they work with Jefferson too, actually, quite a bit. So, if anybody can do this, it's them. But as I say, it's a scary thing. It's always a frightening thing, a 3v5. So as I say, you're really relying on the attackers to make some sort of mistake, for them to screw up, so that you can then punish them for it. And you know, these attackers ain't bad. What have we got going on here? A few dead Cadians? Not Cadians, God, no. Canned. I was trying to. My brain tried to say Candians. Men of Canned have fallen there. Again, Order 66 is he's chilling out, which normally I would be a really big fan of. Normally I'd really like this kind of slow, careful approach, waiting, watching what's happening, but because of the way that, you know, his allies are coming in hard, I think he needs to maybe get a little bit more aggressive. Snag of skirms there from the Misty boys. Again, they're using their warg skirms. Are they out of ammunition? No, they've still got their javelins, but there's nothing really blocking them in. Looks like Jefferson's gone for quite like a wide defense here. He's not trying to really block them in, but when you got something super quick like that, that's actually getting quite nasty. 103 before contact. Down to... what was it? No, down to 93. Okay. But from something like a warg skirm, I kind of expected more, in all honesty. But that's not bad. Not bad at all, really. Some sentinels coming in to answer to that. Are we not? I don't think we're not on huge battle size, are we? We're on like a smaller battle size, which, to be honest, I actually quite like for sieges like this. It allows you to maneuver your boys a bit better. I should know unit sizes by now, so I should know whether or not we're on large or medium or whatever. But are those demons? How are those demons doing? Oh, Royal Guard came on down here, sliced and diced some of these foes. Crossbowmen are up on the walls, just continue to tear away. So as much as I like this, as good as it's kind of been for the attackers, Justin is still going to be basically defeated at the end of this. But, dude, I mean, he's getting shot straight into the Dragon Slayers. That's absolutely brutal. Very, very nice to see. For him there, not so much for the defenders. What are we at? 38 for 38, still neck and neck at this time. But as I say, as a defender, you never really want to be neck and neck. You always want to be a few percentage points ahead. It's always kind of scary whenever an attacker sort of catches up with you, or Lord forbid surpasses you. That's a dicey time. Over here, Thantos getting a little bit aggressive with how he's defending. Again, blocking up this opening. Got his Sons of Durin. Erebor's got no shortage of these bodyguard tier units. Got a hell of a lot of them to spare, to throw around. But yeah, this is where we're still... I mean, we've still got a lot of troops over this end, but this should be... What general was that? Somebody just got yeeted. That must be... If I was a betting man, yeah, that's JKL's general. Did he have him in with the Berserkers, perhaps? Maybe, yeah. Must have been. Very, very wild general. The other one on the southern side, more of a composed guy, in with the Naz High. That's why he's leading a more careful assault. But no, this is a Berserker general, so just getting stuck right in there with his men, or his Orcs. Dragon Slayers from Diego still just rattling shots pretty freely into those units. We've got like okay, looks like they finally finished off the last of those dismounted Dalian. Ooh, interesting. Two dead Snaga. What are they? Couldn't quite see. I always used to think they were actually towers as well. They're a bit frightening looking. What we got over here? Holding off the last of the Naz High. They're still enjoying that fight, but when the Dalian Paladins sort of turn around and actually crack into them, they won't be. And a few of those Lake Town pikes still jabbing away. So that should be the end of Justin over there. Looks like this position has been held by the Earls of Dale. Oh, okay. The Berserkers, what are they called? There we go. Mountain Orc Berserkers clambering up this ladder. Yeah, I mean, the Shield Guard will be very good, very defensive, but the Shield Guard really, with that AP, they want to go up against something a bit more armored up. Numenor and cohort could come on over to assist shortly, but so many entranceways, so many towers. When I play as an attacker on Dale, I take a hell of a lot of towers. Yeah, because I want to just spread them out as many places as I can. Oh god, we've got a backstab. Very nice, well played. Oh, I like that. Wait a second, where the hell did they come from? Where the hell did they get there? They might have run on inside. Where the hell did they? Yeah, no, it was over here that the Mountain Berserkers were climbing up. I don't know, they must have come from inside. But I like that, really good timing there from Les McBurney. And even the exceptional men of the Numenorian cohort are going to really struggle with that. They're getting back up from more Numenorian cohort there. They're going to fight a little bit more in an organised fashion. But that coordination was super. The Trolls getting in there. Berserkers coming in from the side. It was... And then, of course, Mountain Orc host just vibing. It's... that was great. Yeah, very, very well timed, very well organised. Like that a lot. But yeah, Jefferson's just got a lot of troops arrayed against him. He can't really... If he was able to consolidate those Numenorians, that would be fantastic for him, but he just can't. Oh god. Oh, that's horrific, this bridge. Okay, this is really... The nomadic warriors are trying to stop it. And they'll get a charge in, but they'll get grabbed, and they'll just sit on guard mode. This is going to be... That was a cancel shot. They're not on guard mode. Okay. But that bridge is, I mean, if we just got a straight shot right across it, yeah, you're seeing Order 66, he's pulling these guys back, he doesn't want to just get them wasted to body-piercing fire from those Blacklocks. Armor-piercing, body-piercing fire, absolutely horrendous. And quite high damage too, I think. Absolutely brutal. Sons of Durin getting pulled back. Not too many of them left, probably pretty bloodied and bruised. Fire, wait. Okay, I didn't spot that. We have the Fire of Orthanc. Interesting. I'm probably going to miss when this gets used. That'll be a shame, but... I didn't spot that in the deployment phase. So the Fire of Orthanc, of course, can just be used to instantly bust open a gate, bust open a section of wall. Sometimes, 2 sections. It's magic like that. Sometimes it blows up and it still is able to blow something else up. But the big hitter with it is it will kill everything quite close to it. So this would absolutely rattle. If he blew that up right now, of course it's mass death for his own boys. But if he's able to get that up against a gateway or a wall somewhere else, or maybe even just save it for this last section, because normally you've not got any artillery left to break open that last section of wall, I'd be interested. But we're probably, as I say, unfortunately, we're probably going to miss that. I'll try and keep an eye on it, but there's a lot of, I can't just babysit it. Looks like Les McBurney is taking his time here after trying to break open that section of wall. Now it looks like with the reinforcements that was enough to finish them off. Over here the cave trolls and some surviving snow trolls are in though. So it's going to be a bit, it's going to keep Jefferson on his toes. Let's see, is there a nasty little... That's kind of a nice shot. You got a troll over there. You got the city itself looking good. You got the Numenorians scrapping. We'll try something like that too. Defeat is pretty certain, yeah, because again, those mountain orc coasts are relying on armor, so this AP fancy ass spear from the shield guard is going to be tough for them. They're saying, okay, they're happy enough with the fight now. We'll see if that changes as time goes on. I'd expect those shield guard to quite enjoy that matchup. But every time he kind of turns to look somewhere else, there's more gobbles, more Orcs coming on in. This is why it's quite nice to be, if you're coming in by yourself, it's quite nice to be Misty. Even with the more sort of, you know, high quality roster that Les has gone for, it's you know, it's quite easy to spread them out, take your time, and make it last. What we got? Nope. Ironfoot Spears still standing. Everybody else here. No major pushes through this gateway right now. It looks like because they came in pretty aggressively, JKL's still got a lot of ammunition to spend, and they clearly are wanting to get that done. Not wanting to get that ammunition wasted. Still, I'm looking for the team from that fire of Orthanc. Not spotting them. Running on around. Okay, I like this a lot. Yeah, Morse is going to be coming in to swarm forward from the far south, which is a position that the boys are just not defending. In all honesty, if I was the defenders at this point, I would be making my retreat to the second level right now. I think that we've given a good scrap out here, but I think it's time. We're starting to lose on some sections of the walls. See Seafers and Endamos there, and trolls facing trolls and wargs around them right now. So as I say, I think we've given them a good scrap, but it's time to get back. We need to get away. Over there, yeah, and it's not going to be too long until because could we still hold here? Yeah, because this connects over there, so we need to still hold that section. That's the northern side. But yeah, I'd be making the plan for retreat now. But it doesn't look like the gang are wanting to do that. They seem more than happy to keep digging in here, probably wanting to try and use up the enemy's ammunition out in this area where they can spread out a bit. Once they fall back to that next level, you're really sort of standing on top of each other. So it's much easier for the enemy to punish you. Got some Erebor Legionnaires standing by here. Some Isengard of Erebor as well. Ready to aid. But yeah, Morris is coming flying on around. Looks like he's just going to come storming. Yeah, he's just storming right in through the gate. Athala Rangers. Yeah, okay, this is lovely for them. Getting some damn good hits, but the boys aren't going to stand around too long to take that damage. As they all sort of make an immediate left turn. What is he going for? Is he just wanting to get in? Oh, the Hashari Shadows rinsing through the Seafarers. Maybe doing a little bit of damage to the... Yeah, probably a little bit of damage coming to the wargs, I think, too. With that fire. I'd maybe want to go for the Dismounted Earls of Dale. I know that Dismounted Earls of Dale there are heavily armoured, and you're such a low damage arrow, you don't really want that. But I'd probably still go for them just because they're point blank. And you're not really risking friendly fire. The Shield Guard there, yeah, finishing off their attack, or finishing off their bout with those boys, but to their back, those poor Numenorian cohort are going to be struggling. Is it 2 units or is it 1 unit? It's 1 unit, sort of split into 2 sections to attack both sides. I really like that about like Medieval 2. You know, I can talk for a while about just not so much my issues, but the things that I love about the old Total War games compared to the new ones. And it really is just this feeling of like each man is an individual in Medieval 2. And you know, this is 1 unit, but it's basically behaving like 2 because that's kind of what has happened to it. The units, the individual models have been torn apart. I like that the banner carriers wanting to stay right in the middle. Good man. Got to keep the inspiration to both sides. You know, oof, damn. So maybe he's either given an attack order, but they have decided to go over there, start going against just what I just said. But yeah, as I say, whereas with Warhammer, as I adore Warhammer, I really enjoy playing Warhammer, Total War, but the units are. It feels like they're a blob. It feels like it's a blob. It's a health pool. It's not a group of 150 guys. I've got 1,000 hit points that happens to hit things. You know, like that's kind of what I feel about it sometimes. And yeah, so it's nice to go to like Medieval 2 and some of the older classic games and, you know, see the way that people are behaving and know that it's like, yeah, you are an individual person in this part of this unit, and this is how and why you're behaving this way. Even if it does create a lot of strange bugs sometimes. So then, yep, pikes and the warriors coming forward there to hack and slash into, well, to jab more likely with the pikes into these Candish forces. Back after a distraction, my recycling bin got blasted down by the extreme winds at the minute, and as you know, decided to do a little combat roll down the road. Luckily, all secured up tight, so no recycling spewing around. Where are the Blacklocks? There. We need you. Or those axe throwers. I don't think we didn't see an Ironfoot axe throwers, unfortunately, but we need some gats getting into this. I know they're not loving this fight right now, those nomads, but I like the amount of nomadic forces we've got here. I like the nomads for Cand. Something I do often sort of meme about with Cand is like sometimes it doesn't feel like one faction. It's like 4 factions wearing a big coat. And so I like to sort of try, sometimes I do like to try and build my Candish armies with that idea. You know, really go heavy into the nomads or go heavy into the Norads. And I know everybody always goes heavy into the Norads because why don't you? Those purple boys are amazing. But still, it's fun to play around with that. And try to imagine sort of the different cultural groups in Cand and how they're kicking about. God damn it, Dale is so pretty. Dale is just such a pretty place. Over here, and yeah, so big ups anybody called Dale. We've got Blackshot Dragon Slayers here, just slicing and dicing the last of Morris's forces here. It's nice. I like that we're coming in with the pikes here. It would be great if it wasn't black shots that we're up against. With a handful of Dalian Paladins still remaining. Do you have any other troops to back this up? No. Beast Hunters? Nah. I mean, they're out of ammunition. I'd probably get them in there just to provide a bit of a more solid line there, and that's it. Jeepers, where did the rest of Morris's boys go? I thought they were all coming around here. Maybe they did, and they just poured them in pretty damn hard. Called upon those elites to answer to them. Oh no, Morris seems to have fled. Oh yeah, no, that's right. He flooded all the way around that corner. I forgot. Yeah, sorry. Excitement of chasing my bin down the road has changed my brain chemistry a little bit. Yeah, we're pulling down the crossbows, trying to pursue those rangers. Which, to be honest, if they've still got ammunition, we want them ripped up. I like that. The friggin' rangers just like running through a hail of fire alongside some Numenorian cohort. Royal Guard there from Diego. Last, that's quite nice. Oh, I thought the general would maybe be there. It'd be nice if the general's the last man to fall back behind the inner wall. And, okay. So you see from the mini-map, like, although this is looking pretty damn good for the dwarves, that's looking very damn good for the dwarves, actually. That's kind of it. This is all he's got here. He doesn't have very much at all left, and there is a lot. Because Order has been careful, he's been canny, he has a hell of a lot more to go. So that's a bit scary. A little bit daunting. we could say. Yeah, so if he wants to push in through here, he's either got to get through this gateway, or, yeah, come around and flood into this access point anyway. By the time he gets around through here, though, we're probably falling back to the next line of defense.
The enemy have the walls.
Oh.
Look to our defense, or all is lost.
I love the dwarven announcer. He's a good dude. But yeah, it's always, you know, it's always something that's a bit, I mean, it's good. Of course it's good. It's nice for dwarves to be a bit different. Because like dwarves in the Warhammer fantasy setting, they, you know, a lot of Americans, and I don't blame Americans for this, because I can't tell American accents, definitely. But a lot of Americans, you know, they hear British accents and it's tough for them to decipher where is this from. But, you know, the dwarves in Warhammer, they're meant to be like Northern English, and sort of, yeah, like a lot of like Yorkshire tones in them sometimes. But the dwarves of well, I'm not gonna say the dwarves of Tolkien's works, the dwarves that we've imagined with Tolkien's works, from you know, from Peter Jackson's works and so on. You know, they often have this very Scottish presence about them, which is awesome, of course. It's good to have. And it's whenever I watch stuff with like Warhammer Fantasy, you know, whenever people are referring to the dwarves in that, they do often say it's you know, it's the Scottish accent. It's like, no, it's not Scottish. that's Northern. But yeah, it's nice. I always like, I try to be pretty not comforting. I try to be pretty understanding to the Americans when it comes to a lot of the cultural quirks of the UK, because it's difficult to us even. Axeguard of Erebor, yeah, so everybody's pulling back now. We've taken a few losses doing it though, but we have pulled ahead. That's good to see from the defenders. But ooh, I mean, yeah, the issue now, the attackers still have a lot of ammunition, and have they got a good opportunity to use it? Are we gonna let this gate close? Nope, shadows are not letting that happen. Good girls. They've not earned the gate though. What we need to do, we need to get up on... Oh my god, imagine we got on this wall. Hung out with this tree. I love the throws. Is there a gate? There's a door right there, yeah, that's what I meant. Dude, imagine if we could just take that. I know we want to sit here and throw, but... I mean, I'm surprised that we're letting this happen. I'd be wanting that blocked up, or I'd be wanting something set up, because yeah, the attackers are getting stuck in now, and what I was just saying before is the attackers still have lots of ammunition, and I don't know how the attackers can use that ammunition, but we've got this wall, we've got this position here, and from this position you can absolutely toast, you can toast him, toast these boys. It's absolute ruination, and you can move all the way around here as you want. To your heart's content, you can do that. Yeah, good. I know they're pretty shaky, but Les has got some boys in there. Serpent's Fangs. Again, I'm surprised that we're not taking this position. Why are we just wanting to shoot from the gateway? No. I mean... Oh. Do we have a plan for you? Do we have a plan for this explosive package? I don't know what they want to do with it, because the meme could be you could blast it right there, and if the defenders aren't paying attention, well, one, you create an opening, but then two, you can really wreck shop with what's around it. Anyway, over here, charge number 3 for Khand, up against the dwarven lines. That AP, so much AP from the Nurad forces. I think we're seeing Brotherhood of the Sword mixing it up there too. Hacking and slashing the Ironfoot pikes. Very nasty. Broken there, Nurad halberds. What we got? Not a little bit of a shaking going on there for the boys. Yeah, so you can see here we did do some damage with the black blocks. Sort of rip down through these archers there at some point. I think the defenders need to be a little bit more, well, not so much a little bit more liberal, but they're not going to get some great targets anymore. Once again, you're seeing these Variag bows. Stormguard waiting. The Stormguard are going to get some good damage done. Perfect little dwarf killers when they want to be. But yeah, we're beating down the attackers there too. let's move back, see what we're doing with this explosive crate. Well, there we go. That was where I thought we were going to use it. Good stuff! And they had their ammunition. So now it's 3 off the boys there. Now this will fully break. It takes a while because it's got to immediately go through all the stages of breaking. So it's like the animation, we don't have an animation to make it go straight from fully repaired to gone. So it's got to go fully... They're not designed to break this fast. But no, that's good. That's a full unit of seafarers and maybe even some sentinels. I think we wiped out some sentinels there too. Shame about that. They took this gate back, but we're in. Good stuff. JKL getting right stuck in. So that was good. Oh no, I don't think we killed, because the sentinels were over here. So I don't think that killed the sentinels, but still, that was a good takedown. And hey, I said, didn't I? I said that's where we were going to use it. The vindication. Windy Pops knows how this game works. Absolutely amazing. That's me dabbing. That's me dabbing, by the way. No, I'm actually, that makes it sound like I'm salty. No, yeah, it's, because I do take breaks between this game, of course. Not because I want to, just because the way that my work causes. So I do always appreciate, like, if there's ever something that I say that's wrong, that is incorrect, please, let me know in a comment. Again, good for the algorithm. But please, let me know if I ever say that something has AP and it actually doesn't. Yeah, let me know that, because I'm running on old information, or I've just picked things up that are incorrect. So again, with breaking this, we've got a doorway. I know I'm so keen about getting on the defenders' walls. I know I love this. Good man. Get the fuck out of there. We could just bolt there. We could bolt there. Could be great. So where do we bust in? We busted in over here. Some Naz High. That's all we've got. A Naz High and a pike unit. But that's all. Maybe a few scraps. No, they're just bugged out of the gate. They're watching. They've got the back lines. Don't worry. They ain't going to close it on you guys. We got it. Over here. Naz High. The Axe Guard. Ooh, we've not really answered to this. What would be brutal is if JKL could get his... Oh, those crossbows. I don't know. For me, because I'm crazy. I'd want to get my pikes actually to engage the Axe Guard, just so that I could get the Axe Guard exposed to the back, and then I could charge in straight with the Naz High. But yeah, as I say, I'm wild like that. Okay, cool. Attackers are... Ooh. No, okay. Jefferson's been pretty passive here for a minute. Catapult standing by there. And although I felt like this was a... Oh god, look at that. Just the absolute mob of just death of primarily Eastern men, but also a few dwarves fallen there. But yeah, so new patch, hopefully. Actually, I don't know if it'll be out by now. This is Christmas time. It might be out by now, but of course I should be pumping out some patch content. And I'll be playing a fair bit of the patch. I've not yet played as at the time of this recording, I've not yet played as the Blue Mountains. It is something I do want to try. I'm not a big dwarf dude. Oh yeah, whoosh. You see, right. Ow. Ouch. Steel bows, stop it. Please tell me you're putting some arrows into it. Okay, yeah, a lot of them are putting their arrows straight into the floor, you can see. Okay. Not actually that many of them are, but a few are. These crossbowmen are up here. I'd probably take that shot, or I would take that shot. Yeah, I'd probably shoot the Royal Legion. Yeah, I'd shoot the Royal Legion Enfilementalist. Come on. What are you, man? Bam. Yeah, backstabbing them. Get those boys. Dragon Slayer's coming forward. Athala Rangers ripping through this avenue as the Haradrim alongside JKL. The duo that's been together since the very start here. Still fighting side by side. Snag of Skirms running on and out of ammunition. Serpent's Fangs rattling in with their poison arrows. Good for damage and morale, but I don't really think that's going to be an issue right now for the defenders. A lot of elites left. Now that Thantos has pushed him back here, he's got this shot right down the bridge again, so he can get his Blacklocks set up. But all that there's really left are these ranged units. So, I mean, Order... This is all Order really can do. Oh no, he does have some surviving Brotherhood of the Axe. Oh no, sorry, that's a unit of them. And then the Storm Guard next to them. So there is still a force. Still a force ready for action. Good to see. Blacklocks opening up, yeah, ripping through that that bridge again now. Let's see.
The battle is very much in our favor.
Yeah, Announcer's liking it. Announcer is liking it now.
Victory will be ours.
As poison arrows continue to open up. Belagar archers, I love the boys. The Belagar boys are absolute gods for me. Just great little skirmish archers. They do everything I want an archer to do, which is usually not actually kill you. Usually my archers are there to soak up your arrow fire, just to stop you from killing me with your arrows. Where are the Nazai and friends? Coming over here. Coming over, backstab the Dragon Slayers. How many Nazai do we have left? 11. Okay, okay. Dragon Slayers are pretty nice in melee, of course. Huge ass fucking anime swords getting ready for it. But, I mean, that's high. They ain't going to be stopped, especially backed up by those disciplined, heavily armoured Uruk-hai pikemen. It's going to be messy. So how we answer into this? Royal Guard over there, they've still got their ammo. And we're actually getting some javelin backstabbing these Dragon Slayers too. Jeez, oh. Those elite warriors of Dale are going to be going down quick from all that. Oh, what's this? Nope, just some Royal Guard positioned up there. The Dunheim Royal Guard, though. Blacklocks there. No, okay, waiting, waiting. But yeah, as I say, so we'll... So I'm still at home right now, of course, in terms of recording, but won't be. I'll be away at the time when this is out. I would have loved to do a quick campaign. But quick divide and conquer campaign or something like that, but I just don't see that happening. So I've only really got, what, 2 weeks, and I don't know. I don't think I can rattle out a campaign that quick. Not with everything else I'm doing, because I've got a lot of Dungeons and Dragons that I'm running with my friends. When I say I use the term D&D very loosely. When I say D&D, I mean tabletop role playing. You know, because I generally will play Dark Heresy or other things of that nature. Well done, Catapult there. Goodness me, I'm surprised at the very low amount of friendly fire he got with that, and that should be a break. Even the disciplined Uruk-hai are gone from that. Goodness sake. The Fires of Swordmasters arriving now too. But yeah, so I've got a lot of tabletop content that I'm making for my friends, because that's something that I really love to do. It's always been a big passion of mine, and it's a fun way. It's a fun way to sort of give back to your friends. You know, just creating these cool environments for them. The boys have been there for me for an awful long time. So anytime I can do something to sort of help make them happy, it's cool. Yeah, it's just very satisfying. But yeah, so I will need to keep busy with some of that. Order, I don't know what you can do here, Order. Ah, yeah, we've got an admit defeat from somebody. I think we definitely had some people that were pretty much dead. I think that's JKL, is it? I think that's JKL. I think that was the last he had, the Nazai. There was one Nazai, a couple pikes. I think he was routing anyway. I've talked about this before. You know, if you're routing, or if you've got nothing left and you're wanting to leave the game, it's nice to admit defeat, just to kind of make it clear to your enemy, like, hey, yeah, by the way, I'm gone. There's nothing left on the field for me. I have had fights before where we've gotten to the very end of the fight. It's been amazing, absolutely awesome battle. But one of the attackers has left behind, say, one. You know, there's maybe 3 bloody Harad Rangers that are hiding somewhere, and because he's already left, They're just sat there, they could be anywhere. You don't know where they are, and you can't end the game because they're still active. So it's a right pain in the ass, and so it's good to just admit defeat before you leave the game, even if everything is currently routing, because you don't know, something might magically stop routing, and then it gets down. Also a nice idea to hold on to, say, 1 or 2 horsemen right at the end of a fight, just so you can chase around and search the battlefield. Poor Blackback Mountain Berserkers getting pulled out there, and Citadel getting pulled up. So yeah, lots more shooting to be done than now. From both sides, really. It's really yeah, that's the primary sort of power that it seems to be both the attackers and defenders have, is their arrows to spend. But yeah, so I'm trying to grab Silmarillion right now. I've grabbed the test version, I think, and then I just need to get it up to date with all the other sort of various test bits and bobs that have come in, just to make sure I'm properly up to date with all that. And then plan will be to hopefully get some sub content done as well, just to mix it in with everything else. Still, hopefully, just 1 video a week. Fingers crossed into February. I will be back, what, March, April? I'll be back early April, I should be. That's what it is? Yeah, back early April. And so I don't see me getting content ready all the way until April, unless maybe I get there and things are pretty solid. And yeah, I mean, maybe I'll even do a few little quick little vloggy videos for the gang, just to keep you guys up to date with where I am and what's going on, because it's something I'm quite excited about. I don't really want to talk about it too much until it's actually happening, because again, it still feels like slightly unreal right now. So I want to make sure that I'm there and everything's fine. You know, it's one of these little things that you just kind of feel in the back of your mind, like, oh, something's going to end up going wrong, isn't it? You know, I'm going to get there, one of my vaccines aren't right, or you know, I don't have the right visa for something, and I end up it's all pants, it's all gone. But hopefully not. Hopefully not. So yeah, chasing away these barding marksmen. With these berserkers running free inside God, yeah, you can see they are devastating. Like I like to take the Goblin King bodyguard, but you can see he's got his general on with the berserkers. A lot of people just don't actually take the Goblin King bodyguard; they just take the berserkers. I take them both, of course. I'm not crazy. I'm not going to not take the berserkers, but yeah, a lot of people shoving them with them. I don't know. I like to. I like the unit of the Goblin King bodyguard. It's kind of cool to me. There's just something about it that attracts me to it. So the attackers are still grinding their way up with a lot of these elite units, and if there was some way we could avoid this firepower, or avoid most of it, we really could do some good work. Swordmasters, fires and swordmasters coming down. The central citadel, like the royal palace of Dale, is really, it's a cool building. So it's an amazing building, really. And I think Dale just like looks freaking phenomenal, as I say, in this light level. Still standing by, order. There's nothing in his way. He kind of needs to rush on forward now, because Thanatos is just moving forward with all of his forces, and we need to get inside, where we can have a little bit more of a chaotic clash, instead of, you know, getting bottled up. Serpent's Fangs opening up with that poison arrow fire. And oh, ah, dearie me. Yep, that's some good burning for poor old Les. I think all infantry. I'm really surprised that they didn't break. I really that took me by surprise there. Oh no, they're gone now, but I mean, I don't blame them. Don't blame them. The berserkers ain't going anywhere. They'll fight to the very end. Black Orcs, they'll stick around for a bit longer, but probably not too much. And Javi boys, you know, get your jabs in, lads. You probably ain't sticking around long too. But yeah, another mod that I probably won't be doing much with now. I've made one video on it. I really like it. It's the Last Alliance Total War. It's actually a Shogun 2 mod. It's something that I really am quite interested in because I adore Shogun 2. Yeah, it's I've talked about it a lot before. Shogun 2 is it was the first mod that I really, first game, sorry, that I really started to enjoy PvP in Total War. Before that, Total War for me was solely about a campaign. It was solely about campaign or messing around with my friends. But then Shogun 2 came around, and I got really into this idea. Like I actually enjoyed just facing random people online and just clashing with them, 1v1, 2v2, whatever the case may be. It was enjoyable, and then lost that for a while, and then Reforged came up, and then yeah, wow, that reignited it once again. So it's I've always got this big love for Shogun 2. So when somebody combined two of these big loves, this adoration of Lord of the Rings type of content and Shogun 2, I was like, wow, perfect, let's go. And so it's had so much development since I last covered it, and yeah, so I would like to delve into it a little bit and see about doing some mucking around, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. With these two recordings, so this one and then of course the final, that should be me fully cleared out of my old Reforged content. So that leaves the floodgates open for me to get test patch content, both primarily stuff that I'm playing, but also stuff that people maybe have sent me, and then also try and do some stranger stuff. So try and do maybe this Last Alliance Total War or something of that nature would be really great to do, because that seems to be most of the breaks. I think all we've really got left is Cand over here, which I think Canda's maybe left the game, and we're just gonna have to, but we'll set on 2 times speed. Of course, everybody should know, everybody's probably clicked some time ago who was gonna win. So we'll just set a 2 times speed here, but I'll still ramble away. As I say, it's Christmas time. That's what you get. We're together. We're a family. It's Christmas. Shut up. Sit down. Listen to me. Yeah. So yeah, we've got hopefully gonna be able to get some kind of weird stuff done with that here and there. And one thing you're probably not going to get from me right now, probably not for a good while, it will be Dawnless Days content. I've been watching it. Every time I see, like, again, Pixie bringing up again, Umad's mentioned Dawnless Days once or twice, but yeah, Umad just doesn't, he doesn't have the time right now to jump into something like that. But I think it would be really cool to see Umad's take on Dawnless Days. It's something that I would be really chuffed to bits to see him do a battle or two for, either play one or for him to see it. Because the thing is, like, Rome 2, I think I've got maybe 15 hours of Rome 2, and I have no Attila playtime. So yeah, it would be a little bit shaky for me for sure to actually play it or to like cast it, but I see the work that those guys have done. I'm really excited about this campaign shenanigans they're up to. Really impressed, and I'm so chuffed to see what is actually going to come from that, and how that's actually going. Oh, dude, come on, you asshole! Your friend just died. Your friend died in that charge, and you're running away. Get the hell back here. Sorry, right? Yeah. So I think I'm a big fan of what they've done, and I'd love to just go check it out, even if I've got, as I say, no experience with Attila. And up to this time, no experience with any sort of Dawnless Days, and very little Rome 2 in general. I remember when Rome 2 first came out. Rome 2 first came out just as I went to college. I was really excited about it. I even pre-ordered it. And then I totally forgot I was going to college. And then I went to college. My internet was blocked because, of course, it was the type of place. And yeah, never got to play it. By the time I was like by the time I was in a more like chilled out accommodation, a more chilled out time in my college, Rome 2 was no longer the end thing. So yeah, I didn't play a new Total War game until Warhammer. So yeah, that was Good long break. Also, yeah, Empire. There's an Empire mod, really nice Empire mod supposedly that's been coming out, and that's really good. So that's a thought as well. Maybe. But no, so that is the last of the Candace troops from Order 66, and the final grind there. So I mean, this is what we had some good attackers there. And we had some good strategies from those attackers there. Just didn't really work out for them. And we saw, I mean, this is what you get when you've got like Jefferson, Thanatos, and Diego side by side there on a 3-man defense. They're able to do some real wonders. Because these were good attacking teams. Good attacking teams. I felt their army compositions were pretty damn solid. Goodness frick, Thanatos, come on, dude. Save some kills for the boys, eh? What did we end up with there? Blacklock Engineers getting some pretty monster kills. What the hell? Isengard of Erebor, 481 kills. How the fuck? That's amazing, man. 308 for Ironfoot Warriors. That is absolutely insane. I've never seen Isengard get that much. Especially when you look at that and you see what these other Isengard, they were the guys that fought. I point at my screen a lot. It's funny. I'm pointing at the numbers right now. It's like, Ryan, you've got a cursor. Fucking do that. Like those were the ones that were actually fighting the Naz High, so that's why. But jeepers, 481 kills. That's absolutely wild. Very well done, boys. But yeah, I mean, fair play from everybody. It was a tough setup to be breaking through there. I definitely don't blame Order 66. I don't blame anybody, but I would have liked to have maybe seen, a little bit more support. Maybe, either, what do we have? We had JKL and we had like Les next to him. But for me, I would have maybe had, if I was JKL, I would split my army in half, because I think JKL was a freaking powerhouse coming in to back up Morris, of course. But I would have half my boys with Morris, half my boys with Order 66. But yeah, was a lot of fun. Gorgeous map. Hopefully the stuttering wasn't a big problem. We'll just have to see how it was, because it doesn't stutter on my end, just it stutters on OBS. But yeah, so thank you guys very much. Merry Christmas. Hope everybody's in a nice place right now for Christmas, and anybody that has not managed to make it home, I hope you take some comfort in knowing that I'm not there either. So we're in this together, boys. But yeah, so thank you guys very much. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you later.